We're just going to talk. We don't know what the topic's going to be. I never know what I'm going to say. But I just want to introduce everyone to the lovely Maggie O'Neill, who's well known in Washington, D.C. in design circles. But you've got a lot of influences, and I mean, you deal with lots of different business people, right?
I do, yeah, for sure. I've got my residential clients who are actually sort of the elite in Washington.
Yeah.
So I deal with
them.
They
pay the bills, right?
They pay the bills. Mm-hmm. But they also allow me to do some of the most amazing creative work I could do. They also happen to then get exposed to my artwork and the other 4 artists that work with me.
Okay, tell us in the middle of a recessionary doldrums that we were having, how a person like you can manage to keep moving ahead and keep encouraged and not worry about, all the issues that we have, unemployment. Guess what? That's out there, even in a federal town, right?
It is, but we are a bubble. I mean, we're a bubble that I'm not entirely sure how to explain or do anything other than knock on wood and feel really, really blessed that my particular clientele are in some ways recession-proof. Instead of doing 5 rooms in their home, they're doing 1.
Look, I'm going to tell you something, old lady.
That sounds really terrible to say.
No, it doesn't say it. But where do you find these people?
It's been word of mouth.
Come on.
No, I've never advertised in the last 9 years. I've been doing this for 9 years. It's my 9th year in business.
You're not in Washington Life?
Well, I mean, I'm.
Actually, you're moving away from me.
I'm in there. I'm in Washington.
You're not in Washington. Standing right here in front of you. By the way, here's a beautiful portrait of Dana Ellyn, who's our hostess tonight.
By the way,
we'd love you to stand here.
No,
what's that?
That's not a portrait of Dana Ellyn.
No, that's one of her works.
That is her self-portrait of her.
And that's her husband, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah.
They were very, very, very good friends.
How'd you find out about this, by the way?
Well, I've known them for the past 8 years. We did Artomatic together.
Oh, Artomatic. We love Artomatic.
And when I first moved here, I'm from here. I'm born and raised. But
come on.
Yeah.
Which hospital?
Holy Cross Hospital.
That's in Silver Spring.
Silver Spring, Maryland.
That's outside of D.C.
This is true.
Touche. No, I know.
True. I live in Adams, Morgan, but my parents are 5 minutes up the road.
You've got Montgomery County written all over you. I know because I was there myself. Come on now. That's sophisticated.
You're a MoCo girl.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something.
You're a MoCo
You're a MoCo girl, but they have some of the highest standards.
I got to be honest with you. I'm MoCo girl here.
Yeah.
But what I love to believe is that MoCo girls, as do Nova girls, have the ability to actually have a little bit more levity in their lives.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds like a marketing strategy.
That's called parents who have a brain and are educated.
But that's universal.
You're not gonna.
That's universal.
You're not gonna just sit here.
What do your parents think about your success here? They're glad you're not staying in their house anymore.
Hell yeah. My mom and dad are brilliant people. They really are. My mom is the superintendent of the Archdiocese of Washington.
Spiritual.
My mom is Queen Catholic in this town.
Catholic.
I mean, she's
speaks Latin, doesn't she?
Pretty crazy. My father has been with the FDA for 35 years and has his PhD
Drug
in
administration.
Yes, you got it. They both have their doctorates. They're brilliant people. When I told them that I wanted to go back for art school,
they almost shit a brick.
They didn't almost. They were like, what?
Girlfriend, it's time for us to have a drink.
I told you, I have 13 attorneys in my fucking family.
Right.
And then I am...
Well, how did you convince them? You gave them your business plan?
No, my business plan was this. I really love to paint. I'd really like to figure it out. I think I'm pretty...
You're pretty. Yes, you are pretty.
No. I'm a pretty intelligent
that
woman.
too. Yes,
I was raised by a pretty intelligent woman who told me if I just figured it out, I'd figure it out.
What was the worst situation and what was the best? When do you start to think, maybe I should have considered something else versus where you are to the point where you've really succeeded?
Man, that's daily.
Every day's a roller coaster, huh?
I had a client today. It's the biggest contract I've had in 9 years. It's a huge contract. And I sat down and she put me in front of her husband.
Oh, yeah? And what did her husband say?
We were together for 3 months, she and I.
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth. This is this, this is this, this is this. I'm helping you and helping you. I've known them for 8 years. They're great clients. And she all of a sudden has to leave and go pick up her kid at school, and she leaves with her husband to negotiate the contract. It was at that point where I really felt like, man, if at this point, I'm a really honest person. If I have to explain to you the value and the deal that you're getting at this point,
You're kind of slow. Then.
Yeah, that was where I was like, shit, I don't need to do this. This is
so why don't you
bullshit.
just talk to him about, something that he wanted to talk about? I mean, you could have turned the tables and said, hey, the Super Bowl's coming up. Who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, but that wasn't going to change his bottom
How'd you
line.
close it? Did you close it?
No.
Oh.
No, the ball's in his court now. I threw it back at them. I said, this is how much this job is worth.
You know what I suspect about you? I suspect that there have been times that people have written checks before they sign the contract. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you say, not only you say yes, you say of course. Because it does happen.
Yeah.
They breathe and they know where you're coming from. They see your sincerity. They know your skill.
Well, they believe that
Everything
I'm not
else
going to
is
screw
detail.
them over.
Thank
Like,
you.
why
Sincerity.
would I ever in a million years?
Especially if you plan on living in this town.
Yeah, but I mean, like, listen, I didn't grow up with a shitload of money. I didn't, not even a little bit, but I work for people who have a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And
Did you ride horses coming up?
hell no.
Did you go to swim meets coming up?
Yeah.
You take violin classes and piano classes and take vacations in exotic locales?
No, but I swam on the swim team. That was
Okay.
fun. The summers, I was a pool rat. My parents would drop me off at like 7 a.m. I'd swim until 5. And then when I was a teenager, I taught swim lessons and I was a lifeguard,
Maggie,
No.
you deserve to be on the major screen. You know that. Have you ever thought about that?
Give me
You should do something major, like a national something or another. You should be on Jay Leno or Oprah or,
For what?
For representing the industry.
Let me tell you
The
something.
industry.
What I found most fascinating about this entire world, Dan, Ellyn, and Matt, for instance, this is brilliant what they did here tonight. Fucking brilliant.
Well, tell us about what was brilliant about that.
Oh,
The
man.
staging
Okay,
of
so
the
Matt
of the
and I
of
were
the
in a
nuptials.
show a month ago for the one I saw you at.
Mm-hmm. I
And
remember it, of course. It was at the Mayflower. It was a fashion show.
And Mary Amons, who's a really, really amazing human being, by the way.
Let's put that